Good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we cannot forget our friends who join us online. Good morning. I'm your host for today, Miss Taiwan Joyce. Welcome to 2024 TTA Talk. Today, it's our great honor to have a dynamic lineup of foreign startups ready to come onto the stage to share their unique experiences and smart innovation. Of course, we will also have an engaging panel discussion with our industry experts where we will explore the challenges and opportunities in driving sustainability through innovation. But ahead of our brilliant schedules, I would love to invite all our honorable guests that put our hands together to welcome Andrea Shi, the Director General of National Science and Technology Consult. Please come onto the stage and give us the opening remarks.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Taiwan Joyce. I always made her full of energy, bring us good luck to our great opening. And distinguished guest, CEO Gerald O'Leary of Siren Opt, CTO Hongdong Liu of TaiFast, Professor Zhu Lianghe of Fengjia University, Vice President Mark Lin of Hydrogen Green Energy, General Director Louis Chen of ITRI, esteemed startups, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm Andrea Shi, Director General of National Science and Technology Council. First and foremost, on behalf of NSTC and TTA, I would like to warmly welcome you to today's TTA Talk. TTA, short for Taiwan Tech Arena, which was established by NSTC in 2018 with a clear vision to harness technology for the better world. Our mission is to support tech startups, enhance Taiwan's startup ecosystem, and facilitate global expansion. Launched at PIE Expo in 2021, the TTA Talk has been traveling across Taiwan's universities for the past 4 years. As it returns to its origin, it welcomes a startup from UC Berkeley, Skydeck, expanding TTA's Talk global reach. This signifies the enduring legacy of the startup ecosystem and inspires all startup partners to believe that their dreams have the potential to reshape the world. TTA is dedicated to bridge academia, industry, and startups. We will continue to strengthen international partnerships and encourage more global teams to establish their business in Taiwan. In the future, we aim to collaborate with universities worldwide to nurture more tech talents and help them overcome the valley of death, fostering innovation that makes the impact globally. Thank you for being with us today, and let's enjoy the inspiring forum today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please remain on stage. And right now, we're going to invite our distinguished guest to join our group photos together. So first, I would love to invite Zhu Lianghe, Chair Professor of Fengjia University. Please come onto the stage. Gerald O'Leary, co-founder and CEO of Siren Opt. We are happy to have you over here. Mark Lin, Vice President of Blade Hydrogen Green. Please come onto the stage and join our group photos together. Hao Dong Liu, co-founder and CTO of TaiFast. Welcome. Last but not least, Louis Chen, General Director of Commercialization and Industry Service Center. I believe our guests all have your handboard in front of you, right? Okay, please show your handboard to our photographer, and the most important, your best smile to our photographer, and let's memorize these important moments. 3, 2, 1, look at our photographer, biggest smile. TTA Talk, that's talk. I believe with the cooperation with different sectors and organizations, we will grow bigger and fly higher together. And once again, thank you for all of your coming and participation and cooperation. being a superstar is quite busy, right? Different gesture, different pose. Everyone's okay? Okay, perfect with the picture. Thank you for your cooperation. Please be seated. But right now, it's time for our big group photos. Of course, we cannot forget our audience over here, right? So this group photos, I'm going to invite everyone to join in these photos. So our photographers will come on stage and we're going to shoot from this side. So I need everyone to be in the photo. So some of our guests, they also have the handboard in front of you, right? Show that to our photographers, but the most important is your smile, okay? So we still need some preparation, so let's get ready. And within the photos, you can also take off your mask, that is okay as well. Cheers! Smile, big smile. 2024 TTA Talk. Yeah, we can have a heart, have a go forward gesture. Let's go together. Grow bigger, go higher. Okay, so we also have the videos over here, so everybody, I need your energy in this video, okay? So when I count up 3, 2, 1, and let's have a fist like this. Go forward, okay? Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go forward together. Perfect, I love your energy and your bright smile. Thank you for all of your cooperation. And today we are really excited to have 2 inspiring startups joining us to share their unique experiences and smart innovations. So every speaker, you have 15 minutes to come onto the stage and show the sexy part of your services, your products, and all of everything detailed information. So this is your showtime. This is your time to share with friends around the world. So every speaker, you have 15 minutes and offering insights into how you are driving sustainability growth through cutting-edge technology and creative solution. When there is only 1 minute left, we will have a staff to raise a sign as a reminder. But no panic, no panic. Just enjoy and share your products and services, which is the most important things. So right now, I would love to invite everyone to put our hands together to welcome our first speaker of TTA Talk. So let's welcome Jared O'Leary, co-founder and CEO of Siren Up. Please come onto the stage.
Hi, I am Jared O'Leary, co-founder and CEO of Siren Up. And we want to help you manufacture better materials faster. Before getting into what Siren Op does and what our product is, however, I first want to describe broadly where we are today and how we got there. So Siren Op has raised about $9.6 million in venture capital investment. We have about 15 full-time employees. We've deployed 5 of our early prototypes, which I will describe later, to paying customers in the United States. We have a number of successful POC and pilot studies, and we are on the precipice of deploying our next generation prototypes, which we plan to bring through certification next year, and then build a next generation version of slightly after that. So who is on Siren Up? Well, Siren Up was co-founded based on research performed in the UC Berkeley's chemical engineering department. So I co-founded Siren Up with my former PhD advisor, Ollie Mesba, and a longtime professor collaborator, Joel Paulson. We then used the funding that we raised to hire an experienced team, which includes John Bush, our COO, who's seated in the front, who spent John spent most of his career at Applied Materials as a vice president and general manager. We additionally have a head of commercialization who has 20 years experience commercializing deep tech startups in the US, and a head of engineering who held similar roles at KLA and Thermo Fisher. So how did we get here? Like I mentioned earlier, we were co-founded based on research performed at UC Berkeley in August of 2022. And then in order to transition from an idea inside of an academic lab into a company, we relied on special programs at UC Berkeley that were only open to UC Berkeley students that provided us funding, very low-cost lab space, introductions to clients, advisors, and investors. These include the UC Berkeley Flexi program, which provided us lab space, Berkeley Skydeck, which is an accelerator, and the Activate Fellowship, which is affiliated with Lawrence Berkeley National Lab. After this initial start, we then first began to raise venture money sort of slowly and in a staggered way from March to September of 2023. Here we raised about $3 million from several firms, where our check sizes ranged from $25,000 up to $1 million. We then used this money to deploy early prototypes, grow our team, grow our traction, to then close a $6.6 million seed round in July 2024 that was co-led by European and American venture capital, climate, deep tech investors. So now that you see where we are, I'm now going to describe what we do. So broadly, we are interested in improving the manufacturing of advanced coatings, thin films, and nanoscale materials with applications in batteries, semiconductor chips, solar cells, packaging, electronics, and even aerospace industries. All of these class of materials for all of these industries share a similar problem, which is that manufacturing variability limits the performance and yield. Because basically, manufacturing these types of materials is inherently probabilistic. This means that even under identical operating conditions, some products will be pristine or very high quality, some products will be medium quality, and some products will need to be thrown away. This can lead to massive losses for manufacturers, including for battery manufacturers who can lose $275 million annually per plant from scrap and overbuilding battery packs. Our goal is to take this distribution and tighten and shift the distribution for all of these types of materials. This tightening the distribution reduces scrap and improves material consistency, and shifting the distribution increases the quality, performance, and reliability of the end product. This means that battery cells perform better, packaging materials last longer, jet engines run more efficiently, and computer chips operate faster, etc. So how do we do this? We offer a real-time sensing and software platform. We basically offer a sensor, which is valuable because it collects critical manufacturing data that is otherwise unobtainable. This includes simultaneous real-time measurements of things like density and resistivity and chemical composition and thickness and mass loading and even defect identification. All in real time, all simultaneously. We then pair that sensor, which is enabled by cold atmospheric plasmas, but which I will describe later, with decision-making software that helps manufacturers make decisions in real time based on the sensing data, with the goal of where we're going being to provide a real-time sensing and control platform where data from the sensor is fed into the software, which then adjusts manufacturing processes in real time to mitigate manufacturing variability. So the key value add of our platform is really detecting and mitigating upstream issues at their source. The idea being that we can improve yield, improve performance, and further allow clients to achieve a faster time to market by allowing them to improve their yield faster than they otherwise would. So what does our platform look like? It looks like this. It's Plasma Sense. So here you see the products that we offer, with the product on the left in the center being a product that sits next to manufacturing lines, and the product on the far right being the product that can sit inside of manufacturing lines. To show a video of how this operates, this is our current platform, which we are deploying to clients in the US and Europe and hopefully Asia. And this is how it works. You open the box, you put maybe a semiconducting wafer or any other material in there. Our sensor discharges cold atmospheric plasma, which is a weakly ionized atmospheric pressure gas that sits at about 40 degrees Celsius and is very low energy. And we scan the wafer in real time to collect a wealth of critical materials information, and in turn provide full uniformity maps of multiple critical material properties. Going further, we have measured a wide variety of materials with a wide variety of customers, including a variety of semiconducting applications, a number of applications for lithium-ion batteries, with most of our clients being lithium-ion battery electrode manufacturers. We have done nickel-zinc batteries. We've done electronics, in membranes for industrial separations, medical devices, a variety of packaging materials, industrial glass, and even jet turbine blades for aerospace applications inside of jet engines. This is not a list of all the materials we can measure, but only a list of the materials we have measured so far. And we are actively looking for new people to partner with so that we can discover all of the things that this platform can do. An important question may be, well, how does this platform work? And this slide is very busy, but I will go over it very slowly. Essentially, what the sensor does is it exposes material samples to cold atmospheric plasma, which was the purple beam that you saw on a previous page, and we record the resulting plasma material interactions. How do we record those interactions? Well, we record them with various detectors inside of our sensor, which include an optical emission spectra, a wide variety of electrical probes, and a high-resolution thermal image. So right now, for every 17 milliseconds, we generate over 80,000 unique raw data points for every measurement. We then take all of this raw data and we feed it through an internal model that is a sort of physics-informed machine learning model that is pre-calibrated with only a handful of reference measurements to simultaneously predict all of the properties you see here on the right, including the thickness, the resistivity, the density, the mass loading, defects, chemical composition, contaminant identification, etc. Going further, the way we love to interact with any new client is the following. So essentially, when we talk to any customer, we love to ask them, well, which material property do you wish you could measure that you cannot measure right now? The client then identifies a material of interest and then sends us a handful of reference samples. We then scan those samples in our house and send a detailed report. And then we see if we can work together from that. If you are interested in speaking with us further, we have a white paper that we can send out that goes into detail how our platform works. And we're more than happy to do a demo. If you'd like, please reach out to the email here, or the email you see on the screen, or find myself or John in the audience, and we'd be more than happy to talk to you. Thank you very much for your time, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, co-founder and CEO of Serenop, to give us really, really detailed information about the products and also the services. Once again, if you want to know more information or get connected to more information, so feel free to find Jared or Leary. So right now, I would love to invite our second speakers of our TTA Talk. Let's all put our hands together to welcome Hao Dong Liu, co-founder and CTO of TIFAST. Please come onto the stage and give us more information, of course.
Hi, thanks for the very nice introduction. It's my honor to be here to share my startup experience with all the audience here. My name is Hao Dong Liu. I'm co-founder and the CTO of TIFAST. TIFAST is building the new class of the high-performance batteries based on the novel anode technologies. A little bit about myself. I began the lithium battery research in 2008. When I was an undergraduate student, I was seeking for a hands-on experience in a research lab. At that time, I recognized that lithium batteries has great market potential. Even at that time, the electric vehicle is not exist, but I believe it will come true very soon. Now it's been proven. The next 10 years, I dedicated my life into the academia, doing research at UC San Diego. I got my PhD, I did my postdoc. During the process, I invented this novel anode material, published the work in the journal Nature 2020. So far, look at my academic track. I published over 120 papers with over 10,000 citations. I was recognized as a highly cited researcher in 2023. If following this track, I should be a professor in the United States. However, I decided to, since I invented many technologies, I think I can make more impact by commercialize and make it into a product. I like to use these slides to tell how important the lithium-ion batteries, how it impacts our daily life. It's not a deep science. If you look at back to 2008, everyone has a cell phone. Basically, you own one piece of lithium batteries. Okay, by 2020, you have iPad, you have the power tool vacuum cleaner, laptops. You have basically everyone has over 10 pieces of lithium batteries. By today, if you own electric vehicles, you have over thousands of lithium batteries. No deep science, just looking about how many lithium batteries we own. We know lithium batteries play key roles on the daily life. To start up a company, first we have the technology. Here's the second one factor is we need a team. So here's a basic history. In 2021, the three co-founders, myself, Professor Ping Liu, and our CEO, we co-founded this company. We joined the Berkeley Skytech. It's been selected. It's a very competitive accelerator project. We got the first small check, 100K from the Skytech. In 2022, we raised the pre-seed fundraise, which allows us to expand, grow our team, and build our own research lab. In the same year, we joined the Activate program. It's also a leading scientific entrepreneur fellowship program. At the same year, we got support from the NSF and the California Energy Commission. That's a government grant to support our development of the technology. Last year, we got the US Department of Energy government grant support, $2.8 million, to further develop our technology for EV application. In the same year, we moved to our 8,000 square feet headquarters. We built our small prototype pouch batteries, sent to the third party, and test the performance, being validated. This year, we built a larger cell, as showed in these slides. The performance has been validated by the third party. We also start to engage with the customers. They test our cells, get the positive results. And we have successfully completed the phase 1 of NSF and the DoD SBIR. Now we move into the phase 2 program, which we get more funding from government to further support our development. Now you see we got technology, we got team, and we also get the funding. So one challenge I want to share is at early stage startups, it's not very easy to get very talented or experienced people from industry to join because they already have a very good life. They don't want to take a risk to join the startup, especially early stage startup. So how to solve this? Well, we need their experience. So we built a big advisor board team. So they have lower risk to be an advisor, and also we can get their experience, get their advices. For example, Mark Waburgi, he is 37 years chief scientist in GM. He got retired, so he can be our advisor. We have a team, and we have a headquarters in San Diego. If you have a chance to visit, we'll be happy to meet you there. Now, we have the technology, team, and funding. Then the most important part for a startup, you need to figure out what problem you are solving and who will be your customer. The current lithium-ion batteries is designed for the passenger vehicles, which doesn't really need a high power. You charge your EVs every 2 or 3 days. But this battery is definitely not suitable for the heavy-duty applications, which requires much higher power. It may, because it works at least 8 hours per day, it may need to charge a few cycles per day. The long cycle life is required to enable the 10 years of the service life. Our solution is using our novel anode materials, which can, when we make it into the batteries, we can enable 10 times fast charge. We can finish the charge within 10 minutes and 10 times the cycle life to make sure the heavy-duty vehicles can be working for over 10 years cycle service life without the battery replacement, which will increase the cost of the using. And the high safety of this oxide-based anodes is increasingly safe. We got these features: fast charge, long life. We operate wide temperature. We can charge at minus 40 degrees C, and the high-end densities. Our customers are from mining, construction, trucking, and army customers. It's not only us believe this technology is useful and can make the business. We talk to all the customers. They all give us positive feedback. For example, the top 3 North American mining OEMs, they told us the underground mining needs the safe lithium-ion batteries that LVO can provide. We also get the defense customers. They like our batteries to improve their vehicle performance. Again, this is a very big market as well. The construction, mining, trunking, and army applications. In total, they have over tens of billions of the market size. It's still growing at a fast-growing pace of 20% increase rate per year. As mentioned, we have a lot of government funding support for different applications. The NSF support us for the construction vehicle, and the DOE support us to develop the fast charge batteries for future next generation EVs. Think about if you can recharge your battery of a vehicle in a few minutes. That's as fast as refill a gas tank. The California government support us to develop our technology for the heavy-duty vehicles. And of course, the Department of Defense want to better save high-performance batteries for the ground vehicles used for the Army applications. In total, we got $7.5 million from the government to support our growth of our business. When we compare with the existing commercial technologies, the graphite-based lithium-ion batteries made by Panasonic, which is widely used in the Tesla vehicle, they are high energy density, low cell cost. But if you drive Tesla, you know it takes more than an hour to fully charge your vehicle. It cannot do the fast charge. The cycle life is also not as high as 10,000. It's basically 1,000 cycles. Another commercial lithium batteries based on the lithium titanate. It's made by Toshiba. It can do the fast charge, long cycle life, and also charge at low temperature. However, the end density is not good for the vehicle application. So TIFAST is trying to combine the advantage of both. We're doing the fast charge, long life, low temperature operation while maintaining a reasonable good energy density. Here's some examples. As I mentioned, we send our batteries to the third party for the performance validation. This is not, we test a lot of times internally, and we send out to the third party. Their lab tests our batteries. As you can see that from 0 to 80%, just in 4 minutes. There's no battery existed before this technology. And from 0 to 100%, that's 10 minutes. Looking about the cycle life, it's a real data. It's validated by the third party. When it's under charging at 10 minutes, we discharge at 20 minutes. That's super fast charge and fast discharge. We got 10,000 cycles. Imagine that. You'll never worry about your battery will die. Even for the heavy-duty applications, you can use a battery for over 10 years. And here again, we are doing differently than the commercial batteries. Usually, it's challenging to discharge at minus 20, minus 40 degrees C. We demonstrated the charge. We can finish charge from 0 to 80% in 20 minutes. That's below freezing temperature. And at minus 20 degrees C. Think about right now the cold weather area, they have challenges to use electric vehicles because the battery cannot charge, cannot operate at low temperature. So our battery enables the use of the vehicles in the cold weather areas. That expands the market. Okay, to summarize, here's all the benefits. We can charge very fast. We can operate the cold weather areas, and we can demonstrate a very high power for heavy-duty applications, and the 10 years of service life can avoid you to replace the batteries every 2 or 3 years, reduce your cost. At last, if we look at the dollar per kilowatt hour per cycle, the ownership cost, we deliver the lowest cost compared to the current lithium battery technologies. We're building the high-performance batteries, especially for the heavy-duty applications. This is enabled by our innovative materials. This vanadium raw material is very abundant and US domestically sourced. We got a lot of traction from government and the industrial customers. And I came to Taiwan. I visited some Taiwanese companies. We are happy to seek the collaboration with the cell manufacturing partners. And we started the work with GAS technology, which are Taiwan battery companies, to help us facilitate the commercialization of this technology. Thanks for your attention, and I'm happy to share this experience. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Let's put our hands together for CTO Liu. So imagine, I believe, for those owners who own their own electric car, the pain point would be like long charging time. But with the new technology, imagine the time period is as short as the gas refill, which is really amazing and impressive. So once again, thank you for your contribution. So next we are moving into the panel discussion. In the next 15 minutes, our esteemed panelists will share their perspectives on how innovation can drive sustainability across various aspects and industries, from energy transition to current industry trends. Mr. Louis Chen, General Director of Commercialization and Industry Service Center, he will guide us through this engaging discussion. We're excited to hear their insights and their thoughts and their feedbacks about the latest trends, challenges, and opportunities in sustainability and also innovation. Right now, I would love to invite everyone to put our hands together. First, let's invite our moderator, Mr. Louis Chen, General Director of Commercialization and Industry Service Center. Please come onto the stage. And of course, we have also our outstanding panelists. I'm going to welcome them. Let's welcome Hao Donglu, CTO of TIFAS, come onto the stage again. Welcome. Mark Ling, Vice President of Blade Hydrogen Green. We are really happy to have you over here. Jared O'Leary, CEO of Sarunopt. Once again, that's invite. Julian Hay, Chair Professor of Material Science and Engineering at Fengjia University. And these are our panelists to join with us in our panel discussion. So please join me in welcome and let's start.
Thank you very much. Dear distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is our great honor to have so many professional professors here and also a CEO here. Then probably today that we could have a fruitful discussion and that give everybody has a very good spirit to start up to do a deeper research or to make the business a success. Then, first of all, I would like to invite our Professor Ho that you probably could discuss and also present or introduce yourself to talking about the business. And I also know that you probably could cultivate a startup to give a award from many places, right? So please also say something to us. Thank you.
Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm honored to be here as a panelist and to enjoy the panel speech here. Quite exciting. And a little bit self-introduction. I'm from Fengjia University, and I served in Fengjia University for 30 years. And now as the Fraunhofer Innovation Platform in Fengjia University, the director. And I have been involved in academic and industry collaboration for more than 10 years. And our host has said that during those years, I in charge heavily in the startup company for 2, and also quite, I think, more than 10 startup companies are being facilitated in our university through my assistants. So with this experience, we know that's really hard to initiate a startup company, as you probably already know. And therefore, I think our audience might also have quite a lot of questions for you, and you might share to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Well, I thought that the Professor Ho is a very successful professors, especially in the university, to lead the student who has a business at here. Secondly, I would like to invite the VP Lin to discuss and also present yourself and your business as well.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Mark Lin. I'm come from the Blade Hydrogen. It's just a new company. We are set up in the 2023. But I more dedicated in the fuel cell, using the hydrogen to generate the power from the 2003. So it's about more than 20 years ago. When I dedicated this field to study and make the commercialize, many people just told me, "Oh, what are you doing?" I do the fuel cell. Oh, fuel cell is a future. It's a good job. Oh, it's a good job. Yeah. Passing the 20 years. Now everybody just told me, "Oh, what are you doing?" Well, I'm do the fuel cell. It's also the good job. It's the future. Yeah. So that means passing 20 years, fuel cell is still a future. So I don't know when the future is ending and really tied to the market and really commercialize. So it is a long time to wait and to challenge our patient, challenge our technology, challenge our how to wide produce and spread to the market. Yeah, so I just little share my little experience for how we in the E3 formed the team. The first, I really highly appreciate our E3. They just give me a lot of resources, okay, a lot of technology. It is the most successful reason. But from my experience, the first challenge is our team. Our team member is quite important. And for the field sale, they are just, they include electronics, power electronics, and mechanical, how to design the flow field. And we need to the chemistry, how to design the reformer, how to watch the action in the stack, and the last one is material. So when I found our team, when the four kind of different people just sitting, everybody he didn't know our colleague what he said. Mechanical said, "Oh, this is how to design," and the material and the chemistry, they are still not interesting because they are more strange in their field. So how we across these four kind of different field and to integrate into our performance and our product is quite important. We need to set up a very clear mechanical, chemistry, electrical, and the material, very clear interface, so we can cooperate very easy. Yeah. So this is my most important sharing. Okay.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, you see, actually, we are not on purpose to put them together to discuss with that. But actually, I'm really very curious. As Mark, let's say that hydrogen fuel cell is the future, right? Then for the EV car, I know, Hodong, you are in the lithium battery side, right? Yes. And you are in the hydrogen fuel side, right? Then I'm going to think that who's going to win the last market, you think? Mr. Hodong.
We don't want to say who wins. We want to win and win. Both of us win, right? Because there's no single technology can solve all the problems. Right? Some areas, the hydrogen is more useful. Some areas, you see, I mentioned, in some cold areas, the current lithium batteries, they cannot operate. There's a news report this winter in United States, Chicago areas. There's long line at the Tesla supercharger because it takes a few hours, a few times to charge the vehicle than usual. Right? So at this, if you use hydrogen, you don't have this charging problem. But of course, we are trying to realize the cold weather temperature batteries to improve the EV customer experience, right?
That's good. That's good. Wow. And then, what do you think, Mr. Mark?
Yeah, many people just ask the same question. Where is the winner? Actually, I think it's like the co-founder. Yeah, we are a mutual benefit. Yeah. If you just running or maybe within the 200 kilometer, I think the battery is quite good. Yeah, a fixed road and you can. So you don't worry about the charger station when you go to the mountain. Where is I can charge? Okay, so that's really worry about. But the fuel cell is the same thing with the battery. They are also output direct current, DC with direct current. So we are all drive the DC motor and some others DC machine. So actually, fuel cell is based on the EV, their structure. EV structure, they need the battery, they need the motor, they need a motor driver, and the fuel cell is like another power pack, really big, but using the hydrogen tank. Their purpose is just using the extended ranger. Okay, so if no EV, no fuel cell, because we need to build up in the EV structure. So fuel cell just extend the ranges. So I think this is, we hopefully the EV, they can pass the dead village and go around very quickly. It is also a good news for us, okay?
That's good, that's good. I think that, well, there is a different power type that we probably could choose. And then on your purpose, what kind of the power that you need in the future, right? And we got to see, huh? Okay, Mr. Jarrett. I am so curious. You look so young, right? And then I would like to know. Well, I would like to know in the Berkeley how the university cultivate the startup moon or spheres, or how could you work with the professors and to do the business?
No, yeah, those are great questions, right? So I think your first question basically is, how does UC Berkeley support startup companies coming out of it, right? And to be clear, our company, I co-founded this company with my former PhD advisor, right? Based on research we had done during my PhD, right? And we kind of were at a point where we had seen, commercial value in what we were working on. And then we had been made aware in the past about a lot of different programs that UC Berkeley has that are specifically tailored to help sort of, PhD student professor teams, right? And because we had already been made aware about those programs for a long time, we sort of knew like the next step was to sort of apply for those programs, right? And to be clear, the sort of 3 programs we got into, right? The first program was actually the most helpful, and it was called Flexi. And it was basically this program that allowed us as a company to privately rent out lab space from my professor's lab for very low cost and very quickly. So that sort of tackled, I think, the first challenge that a lot of startup companies have, which is where can we do these experiments? Where can we get these materials? Where can we do that quickly, right? And then second, programs such as Berkeley Skydeck were sort of tailored to force us as academics to think about, okay, well, how do we commercialize a product, or even at an early stage, how do we even speak to a customer, or how do we, phrase our technology in a way where we're solving industry problems, right? Now, the sort of downside, I think, of all of these UC Berkeley programs is that we thought at that time that the only way to start a company from UC Berkeley was to go through those programs. And those programs don't necessarily accept everyone, right? So when I sort of think back, had we not been accepted into these programs, I don't know what we would have done. So it's sort of like maybe a catch-22 if you're familiar with that term.
Really? That's very good. But I thought that in your presentation slide, you already did the 13 POC or POS, right?
Yeah, that's right.
How could you get it, and how could you approach the customers?
Yeah. So almost all of the early customers that we had were directly introduced to us by these Berkeley affiliated programs. Now, it wasn't always that the program introduced us to the right person at the right company who would be a customer, but they would introduce us to someone who knew someone who knew someone who knew someone, right? So we really relied on these sort of warm introductions in the beginning, right? Because another thing to be said too, right, is, our team, when it was very young, when it was just me and my professor, we were not viewed as very credible, right? We needed an organization like Berkeley Skydeck to provide these warm introductions so then people would speak to us. Had we reached out to people randomly or out of the blue, they probably would not have responded, right? And then once you work with a couple of companies, it's then easier to work with more companies, et cetera, and then hire a bigger team, and then that team knows people, and things can grow in that capacity.
How dare your customer are to let you do the business that they are.
No, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Right.
right.
So in the beginning, right, you know, a lot of the pilots and POCs we did for free, right?
Oh,
and we did for
okay.
free so we could have the traction, so we could gain the trust, so we could do the relationship. And now as we're getting, you know, as we sort of grow, you know, we sort of get paid more for them, right?
I thank you very much. Thank you very much. Professor Ho, how do you think in Fengjia University? What is the startup motivations on this?
Yes, you know, the startup seems like a new phases of every region in this world. So there's a revolution, bring changes to the world, as now your tool is doing now. And well, to my understanding, just figure out that all of us is based one thing in common is material science. So I'm lucky to be in this field, and also the surface engineering are involved in my career. So we think that how you might share to our audience that how do you integrate all the multi-different disciplines into your company. So in your case, I would say that you have plasma knowledge. You need to have the AI intelligence technology, as well as those processing, etc. So would you like to share to us, both of you?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great question, and you hit on like a really big challenge, actually, right? So in terms of what my technical expertise was in starting this company, it was really mostly in the machine learning with a little bit of the plasma. But where I significantly lacked expertise is actually in all of the like electrical and mechanical engineering that is required to build this product. And then so as a result, because I couldn't do that myself, we had to hire people. But because that's not my expertise, it's very hard to hire the right people, right? So I think actually our biggest challenge from a technical development standpoint has been in the aspects of hardware that I am unfamiliar with, right? And so my whole point is to say is that, you know, no one who starts a company can know everything. And then so you have to hire people who know stuff that you don't know, but it's very hard to evaluate the quality of people in fields that are outside of your expertise. And if I had a good solution to this problem, I would solve it, right? But it's an ongoing challenge, I think, for us. Yeah. Thank you. How about you?
To be honest, making batteries don't need AI, but thinking about the application of the batteries, like EVs, or for our example, we always think about realize vehicle to grid integration, which means, for example, your passenger EV, you only drive 2 hours per day. The rest of 22 hours, it's sitting there. It's a waste of resources and the batteries. So how about you connect your vehicle integrated to the grid, meaning you can support with the electric grid. When your car EV parked there, you can provide your energies, use your batteries, support the grid. And if you want to drive, you can send a signal to your EV, and they can pull energy from the grid to recharge the vehicle very fast, then you're ready to go. But in this case, the vehicle-to-grid integration can save a lot of resources. But at the same time, you need AI to help you calculate how to, if there's a rush hour, how to drive the power from EV, how much, and also how it can support the grid. All this needs the AI. It's not a simple math. So you need some from this help, okay?
Yeah, I think so. I think some of the smart grid plan, they also have such kind of the plan. See, from our discussion that I also could sense your business and the genre and also Professor Ho's business. They also could have some of the collaboration or synergy, right? So then I am also very curious. I would like to ask Mr. Holden, then what do you think when you develop the lithium vanadium oxide batteries at US? How could you think about it? The kind of the research or something in the early step where you has the possibility to cooperate with Taiwan's university or core lab, like the Professor Ho. How do you think?
Yes, of course. I think there are a lot of opportunities. One I mentioned is because in US, the strength of US is innovation. All the universities invented a lot of technology. All the core technologies of current commercial lithium batteries is originally from US. But the weakness of US is there's no manufacturing. So all the supply chain related to the lithium batteries and the manufacturing lines on the lithium batteries are not inside the US. That's why I came to Taiwan, and I met with a couple of the battery manufacturers in Taiwan. So we want to collaborate with them. We provide the technology, and the Taiwan company can make the batteries. By this kind of collaboration, we can facilitate the commercialization of the technology. Of course, it's not only working with a Taiwan company, because they also need some research institute support because from the lab or pilot scale technology scale up to the real manufacturing, there's a gap. We need a research institute to support, have technical support, that by working US company, Taiwan Research Institute, university, and the Taiwan battery manufacturers. In this way, we can really commercialize this technology in a faster speed.
Yeah, actually, I saw some of the university, like in the Tsinghua University or Yanmin Jiao Tong University, they have a very good startup, but they cooperate with the Japan University as well. They make an upstream business and they make the downstream business. They got to think about the whole things as a topic to discuss and separate to make the effort by them each others. So that is something that probably we got to think about it. How do you think, is that possible in Berkeley with Taiwan University?
I mean, I think it's certainly possible. I mean, in fact, Sirenopt, part of what we did in this trip actually was discuss in depth collaboration with NTU. And in fact, we are in discussions right now to actually put one of our sensors at National Taiwan University.
I don't point out National Taiwan University. I think it's Taiwan's university. Okay. So you are our ambassador to bring this up together. Then we probably could do the research together in the futures.
Right. And you know, outside of that, you know, I will say too, like even UC Berkeley, as an academic institution, does collaborate with, you know, non-U.S. institutions all the time, right? And particularly in the context of something like plasma, right, or atmospheric pressure plasma, which is not particularly well studied, right? There's just not a lot of labs that do that, right? I can imagine all sorts of collaborations sort of happening. Right?
That's good. Please.
And particularly, there's a platform being organized by National Science Council that is in brief name Gloria, where there's 6 main universities in charge of alliance in the whole Taiwan. Whereas in case of Fengjiang University, we are in an alliance of Tsinghua University, as you mentioned. And this kind of alliance, university alliance in Taiwan is really active now. So if you need the collaboration and the guiding of the Taiwan's industry, I would say that this alliance is really helpful for you. Yeah.
That's good. Thank you very much. Next question I also would like to ask Mr. Holden. Then you see you are not native born from the Berkeley University, but you joined Skydeck, right? What did you do and what do you get from the Skydecks? What does Skydeck help you?
Okay. Skydeck is our first accelerate program. So by that time, in that year, only 3 co-founders. And that's most of us, the 3 of us, are actually academic background without business background, right? So we have some ideas, but we don't have a system how to run a company. The Berkeley Skydeck first gave us some small funding to provide us to discover the business opportunity. And also, second is they give some seminars to give us some systematic trainings on the knowledge of how you start up companies. And third is they provide advisors for us to guide us on how to develop the technology, the risk, and build a business case, seek customers. Yeah, that's a lot of support. Yeah.
You are now back to San Diego, right?
I'm in San Diego. My other co-founder, GJ, he graduated from UC Berkeley.
Oh, you still?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as a group, we can join the Berkeley Skydeck.
All right. So, Mr. Mark, your company right now currently is just up and will get into the high growth period, right? Then what do you think is that, what do you need and how the ecosystem could help?
Thank you. When I wanted to build up our this incubation company, the first challenge is where is your hydrogen? That means your cheaper hydrogen, right? In the Mandarin is 举目无亲, no hydrogen. Hydrogen is quite expensive in all over the world, I believe. Not only the green hydrogen, gray hydrogen, purple hydrogen, also very expensive. So if the fuel is really so expensive, it is very hard to ship. It's very difficult to quickly tie to the market. So the first thing we need to face the challenge. And we so-called the fuel cell. Actually, the fuel is more complicated and more expensive than the cell. Cell may be the more easy. The fuel have a different kind. Some users they have byproduct hydrogen. I mean the waste hydrogen. Okay, they have also a chemical like the methanol. They have ammonia. They have a different kind. So we need to serve our customer. We need to develop reactive technology. So our company, our first things, when we want to get the hydrogen, the Taiwan, we are more famous in the semiconductor and the petroleum chemical industry. When they manufacture processing, they generate huge amount the wasted hydrogen. What is wasted hydrogen? This hydrogen is not so pure. There may be a different composition, like the nitrogen, like the water, like the methane, different. We talk about it's really dirty hydrogens. So if our technology we can overcome, we also eat this dirty hydrogen. So I think the hydrogen, the pricing is very low, even like the garbage. So we are more dedicated in this research, and we are so lucky. We are so successful. Now, unlike other fuel cell, they need to very pure hydrogen, the high concentration, 99.99. But our hydrogen concentration only 50%, 50 is that's enough, and we don't need to purify. Something we need to purify and to remove this impurity. We don't need that. We are just passing through the nitrogen and oxygen, even the water, methane, so we can successful. So now we are technology that's field trial in all our petroleum chemical country and semiconductor company. So I think for the fuel cell is in the Asia is more hard than the even the Europe or the American. We are hopefully we can cooperate with the Europe and the American company. You know, like the China, Korea, Japan, or they are more dedicated for the fuel cell in the hydrogen. So I think that we can more communicate. And Taiwan, as he said, we are more expertise in the home, how to make high quality and high throughput and the high good product. So this is our strong point. I think we can more cooperate. Okay.
So you are now currently your business is collect all of the wasted hydrogen and repurify and reuse that again, right? That is your major business currently right now. And you still need to do something in the hydrogen fuel cell as well, right?
Yeah, right.
That's
right.
good. Thank you very much for that. Professor Ho, how do you think in the membranes topic that you are doing the research right now, how could you play the important role in the energy transformations right now currently?
Yes, I think that's the key issues for fuel cell as well as for other application energy related where there's high purity of gases needed. So actually my field is involved heavily more coating rather than membrane, but to my understanding is that where you absolutely need catalysts. For example, for hydrogen, pure hydrogen, as far as I know, the industry solution to semiconductor is using a platinum catalyzer for hydrogen purifying and as the reactive gases for process purpose. And I think there's really a lot of alternative research study being carried on, including us, where people would like to put a more specific surface area, in a way, surface engineering, that is my field, as a replace for those noble metals, platinum, and ruthenium, for example. I think that's really interesting to us because we do have some solutions for developing these very high specific surface area catalysts for different purposes and, of course, cost effective. So this is my understanding. Yeah.
Very good, very good. Mr. Hodong, that I also saw the, what is that, from your presentation slide, the last page, you got to also speak about the supply chains at Taiwan, right? OEM, ODM to make the battery, right? What I'm thinking is that, what are the criteria or condition that you choose the supply? Then you also saw a lot of our core lab in Taiwan's university, they also could help, right? Then you got to things in the world, you do the LVO battery. Are there any competitors of Taiwan? Taiwan has a lot of the battery, right, companies, right? And what are the conditions that you especially pick up for the LVO? And then to do the manufacturing at Taiwan, other than the others?
Okay, thanks for this. Is a great questions. So the first criteria is this that I mentioned. This commercial lithium batteries typically has two categories of anode materials. One is graphite. That's basically a carbon anode. The other category is lithium titanate. It's an oxide-based anode. So lithium vanadium oxide, it's oxide-based anode. So when we select the companies, we want to work with a company that has experience with oxide-based anode. Luckily, we found a company in Taiwan. They have such an experience. So it will be easier to work on this technology, right? Okay. And for the competitors, so far, we partially work on the nature. We are the first team to first company to develop this technology. So basically, we invented this materials. Our understanding on the material and is very deep, and we own the composition patterns. We developed the processings, methods. So, and also a lot of people, they don't want to dedicate to the new technology because that's a lot of resource, spending a lot of resource and efforts. But at the same time, if you dedicate to develop the new technology, you can be moving ahead, and especially we are talking to the customers. We also get the customers buying our materials and the sales. That means we can, first we have a technology barrier. So not easy to, at least before it widely in the market, it's not easy to make this material, copy, okay? And the second is, we are first engaged with all these customers. We can all occupy the market earlier. So our strength is on the materials and working with the Taiwan battery companies. We're trying to push the technology to market faster. Then we can be ahead. And even so, I don't see that we'll be the only companies to make this technology. As the market grow and the technology be recognized by people, there will be other companies also making LVO batteries. It's fine. The purpose is not to say, in terms of competition, we want to make the market big enough. Everyone can benefit from the big market and also contribute to the market, right?
So it means that there is an experience in the your anode productions, and also your battery production, and also a company with grows up the market and customers, right? That's good. So I thought that online, there are many partners online, you heard it, right? And then I would like to also ask Jared, you see our Mark, VP Lin already expressed a lot. Then how do you think your business could create the values or add in the values to him?
Yeah, so right now the primary use case of our sensor is to improve the manufacturing yield and performance of materials that are manufactured via roll-to-roll processes. So, Mark, if your anodes and cathodes in your fuel cell are produced in that capacity, right, then our sensor would provide maybe critical information inside of your manufacturing lines that you otherwise cannot get in order to help you improve your yield and your performance and ramp your yield faster. And actually, for reference, we actually do work with a fuel cell company in the United States for the exact same reason. So and again, I don't know where your company is in terms of your manufacturing stage. I don't know if you have pilot lines. I don't know if you're, still creating sort of fuel cells by hand, right? But if you are approaching this pilot line or beyond stage, right, then I do believe our sensor could provide valuable use cases to you. And just to sort of say what we've done in other contexts of fuel cells is, we basically provide these simultaneous sort of high spatial resolution measurements of sort of thickness, density, and resistivity of the electrodes, and also information about chemical composition. So if that's interesting to you, we're more than happy for you to send us some of your samples. We can measure them and we can see if that's valuable.
Is that good for you?
Yeah, in now our manufacturing processing, we have a roll-to-roll. One step is for the metal plate. Metal plate now we are just 0.1 millimeter. This is really thin, and like the sheet. And so we are just roll-to-roll and how to coding protected erosion and increasing the conductivity for the carbon, right? So this is the load-to-load process we need. Okay.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, today's discussion is that the first of all, we're going to show the panelists' business. The second one is that we discuss about the EV or the energy in the futures. And the third one, we also discuss some of that in the university startup moons or spheres cultivations or cultural cultivation. Then we also show that how could the San Diego University to apply the Skydeck, right? And that's one that we also discuss something they got to cooperate together and also the possibilities when they're doing in the very early stage in the research, and then after that, after you have the prototype, then how could you make the prototype and mass production cooperate with each other to co-marketing growth at Taiwan? So these are all of everything that we probably hope that we could give you an innovation and the spirit to think about in the future. So right now, currently, we still have some times that we got to open for the audience. Are there any questions that you got to ask the panelists here?
If you have any questions, just raise your hands and our staff will just directly deliver the microphone over there, right?
Could we also open the online audience to
I think
the
we can.
panelists?
I can check the message for you. I have my cell phone with me. So we both open online questions and also virtually and also in-person questions. So if you have any curiosity, questions, anything would be perfect. So you can directly raise your hands and please grab these best opportunities since we have our experts from different industries and different fields over here. So might be really helpful if you have any curiosity.
Are there any? 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, please. Hey, please, microphone.
Hello, every speakers. Thank you for your sharing. I just wonder we know electric car, the battery inside we have some problem if electric car have fire, easy to get fire and easy the fire very big. So any solution to solve this problem? The electric battery maybe in a car can erase the user's worries, because it's a very big problem for the electric cars or scooters. Yeah, we see lots of news. It's not easy to extinguish the fire. Yeah, any solution for this problem? Thank you.
Wholly easy car, easy to take out the safety problem. You have the? Okay, that's.
Yes, maybe I can go first, right? So any lithium-ion battery will always have a risk of fire, right? And these fires are generally caused by defects inside of the batteries, right? So when these batteries are made, it's these very high volume manufacturing processes that have some variability, right? And fires are generally caused by sort of bad batteries being shipped, right? So the only way to really guarantee that there would never be any fire, right, is to have much more rigorous quality control that would essentially fully inspect every single battery, right? And the solution that we are working on is getting towards that, right? But you have to understand how challenging it is to rigorously quality control every single battery, right? Because I don't know if you know this, but like battery manufacturing lines move at up to 50 to 100 meters per minute. So how can you possibly check every single one, right? The other way to get around this problem is to go to a different chemistry other than lithium-ion battery. So for example, a popular chemistry in the United States, which is not good enough to be in cars, but what people want to be, is called nickel-zinc batteries. And nickel-zinc batteries have a water electrolyte, so they have very little sort of fire risk, but they don't have the energy density. So I'll say as long as we're in the lithium-ion battery world, there will always be fire risk. The only way to mitigate it is to rigorously quality control every single battery, and that's very, very challenging, and hopefully we'll get there. Haodong, I assume, will have something different to say, and Haodong will probably say his batteries will never catch fire, but maybe that's just because of, you know, how good Haodong is, and Haodong is special.
Mr. Haodong.
Yeah. I agree with Jared that the manufacturing process, the quality control is important to make the battery safer. But I have different levels of the solutions. The first level is the materials level. Jared mentioned that we cannot guarantee all the lithium batteries be 100% safe, but at least we can choose the safer materials we work with. That's first level. The second level is at the system level. So that may need the detection of the battery, monitoring the battery state of health, and use the AI to understand whether, because in a vehicle, there are thousands of batteries. You need to use AI to help you to understand which battery is unsafe. You can isolate that one before it goes to the fire or accident. The third level is there are so many EV companies, so competitive. I saw some EV companies, they are selling the EV at a very low price. So don't buy the cheapest EVs, right? To expose the risk of yourself. So buy the EVs from the reputable companies, that will be lower risk.
Thank you. Anything you want to say?
No, I mean, yeah, I agree.
Okay, so that is the first of all, choose the better material. The second of all, you got to do the inspections. The third of all, you got to have the, the AI or something for the management. And the fourth, take action, isolate. Am I right? All right. Are there any questions please raise your hand.
I get one from our YouTube. The question would be, once again, it's about the battery of the electric car again. So when the battery is over the lifespan, how can we deal with the battery? If the battery is already like outdated, too old, how can we deal with the battery? And whether the battery pollutes our environment. So this is also a really important question about our net zero and the environmental question.
At the very beginning, I saw Haodong's presentation. I also had such a kind of the questions. You have a lot of the advantages listed in your PowerPoint, but I still did not know the disadvantage. One of that is at least the new chemical, right, in the battery, right? How could you do it? The questions like this.
Okay, I'm very glad to answer these questions. I'm not an expert of the degraded batteries, but I can share some of my opinion. First, still from the materials design level, right? The current battery materials, maybe they only last for 1,000 cycles. But if you can last 10 times the cycle life, then you extend the battery cycle life, and you can use the battery longer before it dies. The second is the current EV batteries, even the performance degraded, not suitable for the EV applications. There is an area, some company work on the secondary life, second use batteries. People use the EV battery pack from the EV. They use it as the energy storage. They can still use. And even it's degraded further, there are many companies in US have very innovative technologies to recycle all the key materials from the battery. We will not say, oh, battery died, we need to burn it and throw it away, dispose or bury it. all the company, there are a lot of company in US trying to recycle all the key components, expensive materials from the battery, the spent batteries in no contamination, pollution ways. People are working towards this. Yeah.
Currently, are there any way to separate lithium and also vanadium right now?
Yes, this is easy because for our cathode materials in the lithium battery has nickel, lithium, copper, cobalt, manganese. There are many elements. In our technology, just the lithium and the vanadium, we just dissolve it and extract the lithium, right? Then the rest is vanadium.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, so I just want to add how in two ways. Like, so one, there are a lot of companies recycling batteries and doing a good job of it, right? So one actually really promising company is called Green Lion in Singapore.
Oh.
They actually use plasmas for their catalysis. So there's all sorts of ways to like recycle batteries. But another part of the question that I think was important was they asked, well, is sort of creating batteries bad for the environment, right? And something that I think is often left out of the conversation about lithium-ion battery is the damages to the environment of mining the raw materials, right? That is very rarely discussed, right? And, there's not only the damages to the environment just from, physically, for lack of a better term, disturbing the environment, but all the equipment and transportation that is required to sort of get the raw materials to the place that can process them, right? And at least in the United States, right, there's not a good open dialogue about that, and there's going to be a lot of challenges there. Right.
Very good, very good, very good. Okay, well, the last question, please. Is there any microphone here? Thank you.
Hi, I'm Frank from the Long-Time Tech. Our company is making the anode material for battery makers. So we know on 16th of August 2022, the President Biden launched the IRA, which is an Inflation Reduction Act. And suddenly, because they say they're gonna ban all the battery material from China and also Iraq and Russia and North Korea, but we also they are 4 countries, but we know the one of that is the United States wanna beat that country. So because other 3 countries they don't make the lithium-ion battery, and one of my questions because actually 95% graphite from China making from China, but suddenly they changed to like the deadline to 2027. So one of my questions is like, for now, the battery maker in United States, do they also care about the equipment from China or not? The equipment part, yeah.
Who got to ask? You do the business.
Okay. Yes. Okay, depends. For the companies, especially get the IRA, get the government support, the answer is no. But it's hard to completely avoid. Companies buying equipment from Korea, from Germany, from Europe. But these companies sourcing some parts from China, assemble there. It's very hard to completely, right? So, but for some companies like Tesla, Apple, they built their manufacturing in China, right? They leverage the low cost of the labor and the high quality manufacturing from China. So depends on case by case, I would say. Yeah.
All right, is you?
Yeah, I'd also say as the last thing, like I don't have in-depth knowledge into what types of equipment is being bought by battery makers in the U.S., but I would say what we do see as a result of the IRA is a lot of government subsidies for types of materials that are currently bought in China. So for example, right, there are multiple companies in the United States that are very young that have earned, more than $100 million in government subsidies to make, for example, LFP cathode material, right? So then we can avoid this sort of graphite issue, right? So I think what we see a lot is a lot of very large government subsidies to companies trying to develop sort of in-house or sort of U.S.-based manufacturing solutions.
Thank you. We cannot stop, but we really need to stop. Thank you for everyone. If the audience still has the questions that you got to ask our panelists, please contact with our TTA college or direct contact with them. Here is the number. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This will definitely be one of my favorite panel discussions. Once again, a round of applause to our moderator and panelists. Thanks for their sharing without any backup. And thank you all for your participation, no matter in person or virtually. And don't forget to follow TTA for more updates. And we look forward to seeing you at future events. I'm Joyce, your host for today, and I will wish you a really wonderful day. Don't forget your belongings. And also, if you want to get more information, you can find TTA on Facebook. And also, if you want to review the video for today, we also have a live stream on YouTube channel and also Facebook. You can find the links on the Facebook and also YouTube. So if you want to know more information, feel free to do the research. And once again, thank you for all of your participation and cooperation. I'm your host for today, and have a wonderful day.